correcto?
Been a while since.
I don't know about how much, but
Yeah, been a while since we did a 6-man game, so
it looks about like 10 yards on each side.
thought I'd run that by you since I knew you would know. Okay, the captains are out with the traditional coin toss now. We'll see if we can pick up on that here in just a moment. We're a couple of minutes away from the actual kickoff of tonight's game. Glad you could join us on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. You know somebody in the world that has internet service, either through their computer or smartphone, then you can let them know that all they have to do is go to KVRP.com. Look in the right-hand corner at the top. It says Listen Live, and click on 97.1, and you can listen to the ball game anywhere in the world. All right, did you catch who won the toss? It is going to be Throckmorton that won the toss, or Throckmorton's going to receive. I didn't actually, did they? All right. And so it will be Throckmorton getting the football first as we start this game here in Snyder at Tiger Stadium, a beautiful facility. We were here. All right, what do we do? What?
Morale. That is morale.
Morale? Okay.
We haven't had the national anthem yet.
We'll probably keep it here when we come back. I mean, we'll keep it here until they do the. And we're about ready for this quarterfinal 6-man Division I playoff game to get underway. The winner moves on to play Valley next week. Of course, Rankin has a little bit of history with Throckmorton. James, the superintendent at Rankin, used to be the head football coach in Throckmorton, Danny Davis.
We've got a lot of coaches.
A lot of coaches. We have a large contingent from Valley here watching this game. And the kickoff is taken at the 5-yard line and bring the ball back out to the 30, let's see, 30, 20, I'm sorry. 20, let's see, where are they at here? 29, right. 29-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 for the Throckmorton Greyhounds.
Yeah, remember the field's 80 yards long, so it's going to.
Yeah, they should have changed.
Get
Got to look at the down markers on the side of the field rather than the field, right? That's what you're telling me? Okay. So it will be 1st and 15. And a pass play by the Throckmorton Greyhounds. Oliver back looking, throws the ball down the field. Got a receiver wide open. He has to slow down for the ball. But I think he came up with a reception anyway. And he's also injured. And coming up with the reception for the Throckmorton Greyhounds down at inside. 1st and goal for the Throckmorton Greyhounds. And they have the ball at the 9-yard line. Pass play out in the flat goes incomplete. They were trying to connect with Gary Farquhar out there, but the pass is incomplete and brings up 2nd down and goal. And the Greyhounds up to the line of scrimmage. Rankin comes into this game 11-1. Throckmorton is 10-1. They only lost to Dallas Covenant. And hit and dropped at about the 4, maybe. Who carried the ball, Margaret?
24.
24? All right. Taylor on the carry. By the way, Taylor had 14 carries for 167 yards and 4 touchdowns last week. The ball is setting on the 5-yard line. So 3rd and goal for the Greyhounds. And the pass is caught. And has he still got it? Yes. Well, it took him a while to say, but I believe it was a touchdown, wasn't it, to Gary Farquhar?
33. Number 33.
Yeah, it was Gary Farquhar that caught the ball, but the official, it took him a long time to hold his arms up to indicate the touchdown. So the Greyhounds on the board first here in Snyder. And the points after touchdown kick coming up by the Throckmorton Greyhounds. And this will be Riley attempting the points after touchdown. And the ball is down. The kick is on its way, and it is good. So with 8:50 to go in the opening quarter, we'll take a timeout. The score, it is Throckmorton. Hello, hello. All right, let's play one here and get it. We do that.
Gary, that was 4 plays. I gotta remember 51 yards, is that right? Yeah, 51 yards. Of course, that was Gary Farquhar catching the 5-yard pass. Riley's kick was good, so it's 8-0 Throckmorton.
And a good return by the Rankin Red Devils as they bring the ball back up the field. I think that was number 3, J.R. Rodriguez, who brought the ball back up the field, and it will be 1st and 15 for the Red Devils as they will start their first drive of the ball game at about the 28-yard line. As we said, Throckmorton leading 8-0 in the ball game. 1st and 15 for Rankin. And the toss is back to, I don't think this is Mitchell. Let me see here. That is number 2 as he rolls around out there. Yes, it is Mitchell. Yes. So Mitchum on his first carry in the ball game. Mitchum, by the way, had 32 carries for 340 yards and 5 touchdowns in their win over Ira last week.
12-yard pickup, first down. Oh, no, not a first
Not quite.
Down. Not quite.
2nd down and let's say 3 for the Red Devils. Ball is on the Throckmorton 40-yard line. Actually, it's in midfield in 6-man football. Been a while since we did a 6-man game, so just bear with us. And the toss is back to Mitchum again. He's going to be hit and dropped for a gain of maybe 1. Nice play that time by the Throckmorton Greyhounds, Levi Taylor. And let's call it 3rd and let's say a long 2 now for Rankin. Winner of this game gets the winner, well, actually gets to play Valley next week. And as we said, we were listening to some of the conversation down on the other end by the coaches that they're trying to work out something, maybe a doubleheader here next Saturday afternoon and evening. Mitchum again, and Mitchum will have the first down as he carries the ball to the 32-yard line. On the stop for the Throckmorton Greyhounds was Nathan Riley.
He carried last week 32 times in that ball game for 340 yards. So.
And of course, the Red Devils defense was able to shut down Lance Morris for Ira last week. Here's the first pass play from Rankin, and it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Ryan Thomas, a 5'8", 200-pound senior. And that's something that they didn't do last week, James, was actually well, they did pass the ball, but they never completed one. I think they were 0 for 4, yes.
Right. They had 1 pass intercepted.
So that's not really their strong suit, I don't think. It's running the ball with Mitchum is what they like to do. And it will be 2nd down and still 15. Handoff is through the right side to Mitchum, and Mitchum takes the ball down to the 26-yard line. And that will be a pickup of, let's say, 4.
9 to go.
3rd down and 9?
Right.
Okay. So 3rd down and 9 for Rankin, and a timeout is being called on the field by the Red Devils. So we'll take it. All right. Third down and 9, and with the ball, it is Mitchum down the field, headed to the end zone. Mitchum will score. Mitchum came to his right, went down the near sidelines, had 1 man to beat at about the 5-yard line, got by him, and went in for the touchdown. And the Red Devils can tie this up with the points after touchdown kick. We talked about Mitchum coming into this ball game. We did have the gentleman from one of the 6-man football blogs in here that I'll tell you about what he said in just a moment. And the kick is good by the Red Devils, but he was telling us that he thought that Mitchum had about 3,400 yards coming into this ball game. Timeout on the field, 6:36 to go in the opening quarter. We're tied up. It is Throckmorton 8, Rankin 8 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. Their kickoff guy is 89.
Do what, Harold? Okay.
I mean 99. The kickoff, he might have been him, but I don't think so. There's a kickoff, and it's taken on the right side. And coming up the field.
15.
And so it will be 1st and 15 for Throckmorton from the 15. Is that what you're telling me, James?
Right.
All right.
The last possession, they went 51 yards for the touchdown. Farquhar catching a 5-yard pass.
Oliver back to pass. No, that's actually not Oliver. That is Riley that had the ball that time, and Riley's going to be dropped for a loss back at about the 6-yard line. And coming in to make the stop for the Rankin Red Devils was Logan Templeton, and it's going to be 2nd down and 24. Glad you're on top of this. The scoreboard has, 7?
They had
So I don't know. I can't even. No, there you go.
Ball on the 7.
Yeah, ball's on the 7, 2nd down, and they need 15. That's what it says now.
They need more than that, but
And off up the middle, and they get some of that real estate back that you're talking about. And carrying the football was Taylor. And it will be 3rd down coming up. And they will still need about 7. No, 7.
No,
About
they got to get out to the 40,
13.
So they need more than that.
Yeah, 13. How about that? Does that sound better?
18. 12-yard pickup by Taylor. They got to get out to the 30 for a 1st down.
And back to pass. This is Oliver. Pass is complete. Out at the 32-yard line. And I think that was Gary Farquhar again coming up with the reception. And on the stop was Mitchum for Rankin. And that will be 1st down yardage for Throckmorton, as they will have 1st and 15 at the 33-yard line. 4:57 to go in the opening quarter. We're tied at 8-8. Here's Oliver back throwing the long ball to Farquhar. He's wide open. Touchdown, Throckmorton. He had beat the defender by a good 5, maybe 7 yards.
47-yard pass.
And the perfect pass and the perfect catch, and the Greyhounds actually take the lead again in the ball game. And let's see if after the long pass play to Gary Farquhar. And the placement of the ball, the kick is in the air, and it is good. 4:47 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a timeout. The score now. Yeah, I did. I got to stop looking at the scoreboard because they're all messed up down there. Now they got it right. Okay.
I know, sir. 36, Gary.
Hayden Farquhar attempts the onside kick. It is covered up by the Rankin Red Devils. And on the ball was Logan Templeton. Logan Templeton. And it will be 1st and 15 for the Red Devils as they will start this drive from their 36-yard line. Mitchum in the backfield. And the ball is almost behind him. He does grab it with one hand, but by that time the Throckmorton Greyhounds were there to put Mitchum down for a loss. On the stop was Nathan Riley.
Lost 6 yards.
And let's see, a couple of them were in there. That was Riley and I believe that's number 40, Morrell. And 2nd down coming up, and it will be 21 to go for the Red Devils. Throckmorton leading 16-8 in the first quarter. And Mitchum is running with the ball through the middle, and he is down short of the 1st down mark. Number 20 came in to make the stop for the Throckmorton Greyhounds, and that is Haggard. But it is 4th down for the Red Devils. 3rd down, I'm sorry. They put 4th on the now marker, and then they pulled it back down to 3.
3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Well, I'm sorry. No.
3rd down and 20, let's see, 3rd and Third and about, let's say, 8. I got to stop looking down at that scoreboard. Incomplete pass. Mitchum threw the pass. And it was intended for, I think that's number 30, no, it was 99, wasn't it, Caleb Barinkle? And it will be 4th down now, James. And the Red Devils will go for it on 4th down and 8. Here's Mitchell back to throw, getting pressure, dumps off the short pass. And I believe that's number 20 with the ball, you're right. And believe it or not, he picks up the first down, James. Throckmorton had him stopped in the backfield and he got away from him. And taking the ball down to about the 25-yard line is Josh Post. And Post is a 6 foot, 155-pound senior. But he does pick up the first down on the pass play, and it will be 1st and 15 for the Red Devils.
First down, number 3 from Rankin.
At the Greyhound 25-yard line. Clock is stopped. And Mitchell tosses the ball back. Well, actually, it was tossed back to Mitchell, and he is down at the 21-yard line. And on the stop for the Throckmorton Greyhounds was number 8. That's Nathan Riley. Down in 11. All right. They're finally, yeah, and I think they're finally catching up with what's going on the field down on the scoreboard. So 2nd down and 11 now. Mitchum coming right. Mitchum down the sidelines, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the, let's say the 8-yard line.
That should be a first down.
And as James points out, that should give the Red Devils a first down.
13-yard carry.
And it will be 1st and goal for the Red Devils from the 8-yard line. They actually put the ball down right on the 9-yard line. 2:26 to go in the opening quarter. The Red Devils threatening to score. Throckmorton leading 16-8 in the ball game. And there's the snap, and the handoff is to Mitchum. Mitchum trying to fight his way through the right side, and he loses the football, but I think he will be marked down. The ball came loose just as he hit the ground at about the 1-yard line. Gary Farquhar saved the touchdown there, but it will be at the 1-yard line and 2nd down and goal.
Mitchum's got 10 carries now, 72 yards.
As we said, he came into this ball game after last week's performance with 340 yards in that game on 32 carries. So he carries the ball most of the time, James. Good defensive play by the Throckmorton Greyhounds. They say the ball was fumbled, and they have it. Yeah, that is Nathan Riley that and offsides against the Greyhounds is going to be called.
So, forget about the fumble.
Yeah, forget about the fumble and who got it, because the Greyhounds were offsides and the Red Devils will keep the football. I didn't see an indication from the officials that it was Greyhounds football. And Mitchum is in for the touchdown as he takes it right through the middle. They needed to get one, they got one. Who their kicker was a while ago, so I think here's your opportunity to pick up on that.
Number 11, or Rodriguez.
And that's Michael Rodriguez. And the kick is good. So with 1:17 to go in the first quarter, we'll take a timeout. And we're all tied up again here in Snyder. It is Throckmorton 16 and Rankin 16 on Big. And there's the kickoff, going to be taken at about the 6-yard line. Bring the ball back up the field on the near side and down at about the 36-yard line after a good return for the Throckmorton Greyhounds is 24. Is that right?
34.
34?
Yeah, no, 20.
No.
24, isn't it? It's Levi Taylor.
Yeah. Not bad.
Having a little trouble picking up their numbers up here with the glare on the window, but we can't turn the light out or we can't see anything. So
They're sitting at the 37.
37-yard line, and it will be 1st and 15 for the Greyhounds. And the pass is incomplete, intended for Gary Farquhar at about the, let's say, the 38-yard line of the Rankin Red Devils. So the pass incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 15. As we work in the first quarter still, we still have a minute to go here in this first quarter. Winner of this game gets to play Valley next week. And the toss is back to Morrell, and Morrell takes the ball out to, let's see, actually takes it across midfield down to the 30, actually the 30-yard line is where they're going to put the ball down. So
It's a 13-yard pickup by Morale. They should like about 2 yards, Gary.
you're right, the Greyhounds will need 2, and it will be 3rd down and 2 for the Greyhounds. "25 seconds left in the first quarter. This should be the last play of the first quarter, as the handoff is to Levi Taylor, and Taylor appears has the 1st down,
Yes.
and they move the ball to the 26-yard line where it will be 1st and 15 for the Greyhounds. And they may get one more playoff here in the first quarter, James, before quarter comes to an end. And it's going to be a pass play to Gary Farquhar down the near sidelines, and the pass is out of bounds. So one more play before this quarter ends. And it will be a pass play as Oliver unloads the football, and the catch was made, but it's going to be short of the 1st down stick, and we'll change ends of the field. It was Riley that came up with the reception, but the quarter is ended, so we'll take a break. After 1 quarter of play here at Tiger Stadium in Snyder, we're tied up. It is Throckmorton 16 and Rankin 16 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com.
They took the ball at their own 37-yard line. Morale run for 13 yards, Taylor's run for 4, and Riley's caught a pass for 12 yards in this drive.
And some discussion, I guess they're getting the play sent in from the sidelines, it appears.
Gary Farquhar, he's caught 3 passes already for 62 yards. He's got the 2 touchdowns for Throckmorton tonight.
And the toss to, I think this is Levi Taylor going left, and Taylor heads to the end zone and is in for the touchdown. Taylor turned the speed on as he turned the corner and just ran over one defender at about the 1-yard line and goes in for the touchdown. And on the first play of the second quarter, the Greyhounds put 6 more up on the scoreboard and lead 22-16 with the points after touchdown kick coming up. And the snap. Yep, that's what I said. Whoops, movement on the line of scrimmage. And everybody got back, and the kick is good by Riley. Timeout on the field, 9:51 to go in the second quarter. The score now becomes Throckmorton 22 and Rankin 16 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. I don't want to. 9:51 to go in the second quarter, and once again I looked at the scoreboard, James, and it's actually 24-16. They had not put the kick up on the scoreboard. And
The drive was 6 plays, 43 yards, a minute and 16 seconds as Taylor ran for the touchdown, 14 yards, and Riley's kick was good. So 9:51 left till halftime here, 24-16 Throckmorton.
And Mitchum has got the ball coming back up the middle of the field. A penalty flag is down, and so is Mitchum at the 20-yard line. And Mitchum makes it out to the 20, but this may be a penalty against Rankin.
Tonight we've seen Mitchum run 11 times for 73 yards. He's got the 2 touchdowns for Rankin, a 27-yarder and a 1-yarder. They've only put the ball up 3 times tonight, completed 1 to post.
And the yardage is marked off against the Red Devils. All the way back to the, whoops, now he's going to back up a little bit.
Half the distance to the goal.
Right, and he stops at the, 7-yard line. They say on the scoreboard he's on the 8-yard line. So 1st and 15 from the 8-yard line. And Mitchum is going to be hit in the backfield and taken down at the 7-yard line, maybe the 8-yard line, for no gain on the play.
No gain.
Farquhar on the stop for the Throckmorton Greyhounds. And no gain on the play. It will be 2nd down and 15. Nice play by Farquhar coming in and stopping Mitchum before he can get up a head of steam, you might say. That's one thing you're not going to want to do, is let Mitchum loose. So 2nd down, and a pass play by Rankin is incomplete. They were trying to hit Ryan Thomas.
That's Mitchum throwing the pass.
And Mitchum was throwing the pass. You're right, James, and it will be 3rd down coming up.
He's thrown only right.
Third down, and I think that was Farquhar coming in again and getting Mitchum, and it was.
Gary Farquhar.
Yeah, Gary Farquhar takes Mitchum down back at the almost the goal line, at about the 1-yard line.
They sitting at the 1? Is that what they got? He hadn't put the ball down.
Well, just don't look at the scoreboard, because they had it. They have it wrong again.
Half a yard line.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought he was going to set it in the end zone there for a minute.
Yeah, now they have it right on the scoreboard. It's on the 1. It's 4th down, and they need 23. And it will be punt time for Rankin.
Not much room.
And it's a high punt, short punt. Takes a Red Devil roll, though. And it's down at the 36-yard line. And Throckmorton will take possession of the ball at their 36-yard line. Rather, Rankin's 36-yard line with good field position. And 8 minutes and 2 seconds to work with here in the second quarter. Throckmorton leading 24-16 in the ball game. And the referee says wind the clock. This is what he said. It didn't start, but that's what he said. Here's a pass play. And Oliver dumps it off short. And Farquhar's got it down to the 18-yard line. That is actually, that was actually number 10. That is Hayden. Well, it is a Farquhar, but it's
Yeah,
Hayden this time,
That's Hayden.
rather than Gary. And so Hayden Farquhar takes the ball all the way down inside the 20-yard line to the 18-yard line. That will give the Throckmorton Greyhounds another 1st and 15 to work with as they're in scoring position again.
Oliver's now 6 of 9 passing, 146 yards.
Abilene High loses today 34-31 to Waco Midway. And the toss is to Haggard, his first carry of the ball game as he takes the ball down to the 10-yard line. Other scores from today, it was Monday defeating Hamlin 66-13. Last night, Valley ranked number 1 in 6-man football overall, ranked number 1. Then they defeated Petersburg 46-0. That was I think it was a penalty, but I'm not sure.
Sitting at 12 now, right?
I'm going to say this to you, you're the stat man.
Yeah, they're sitting at 12. So I don't know what penalty they, offsides against Rankin.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it will be first down for Throckmorton, but the ball is now at the 12-yard line. Well, no, it's going to be at the 13-yard line because the umpire moves it again. So there we go. Now I think we're right. Scoreboard didn't change, but I think it is 1st and 13 for a first down for Throckmorton. Receiver wide open, and the catch is made for the touchdown. And that is, as he comes back across the field,
Hayden,
yeah, that is Hayden Farquhar.
12-yard pass play.
So nice pass play, and the Throckmorton Greyhounds extend their lead to 30-16 over Rankin with the points after touchdown coming up. He was wide open, James, at about the 5-yard line. Caught the ball and went in for the touchdown. And the kick is in the air, and it is good. 7:09 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. It is now Throckmorton 32, Rankin 16 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. All right. Well, James, the Throckmorton Greyhounds just scored.
You're at 4 plays, 36 yards. It took them exactly a minute to score. Hayden Farquhar catching a pass from Oliver. Riley's kick is good. 7:09 left till halftime. It's 32-16 in favor of Throckmorton.
Nathan Riley tees the ball up, and back to receive is Dalton Mitchum for Rankin, and it's a ball that goes across the 40-yard line, let's see, and on the ground, and is picked up by Mitchum and brought back out to the 26-yard line.
Maybe 27.
Well, we'll see when he puts the ball down.
Possession to start their own 8, ended up back at their 1. They lost 7 yards and had to punt.
And the toss is back to Mitchum, going right, and is met on the corner and taken down at about the, let's see where they at, James, the 35-yard line is Mitchum.
34.
34?
7-yard pickup by Mitchell. Mitchell's now picked up 73 yards on 14 carries.
So it will be second down, and let's see, they'll need about 8. And scoreboard says they're right on the 34-yard line. Handoff is to Mitchum again, going right. Taylor's chasing him, and Taylor catches him. But Mitchum will pick up a 1st and 15 as Mitchum takes the ball to the
35.
That's where they're going to put it down. 30.
Throckmorton 34.
Throckmorton 34. There you go. People are beginning to stand in front of some of the yard markers on the sidelines. Penalty flag is down, and so is Mitchell.
Procedure against Rankin.
Mitchell was Mitchell was stopped in the backfield that time. Nice play by Taylor as he takes Mitchell down. And the penalty is going against the Greyhounds, James. So a 5-yard walk-off against the Greyhounds.
Taylor at 29. Still first down.
So the ball is at the 29-yard line of the Greyhounds. Did you see what the penalty was? I'm sure it was in this procedure call. Here goes Mitchum to the right side, and Mitchum is wrapped up on the far side of the field by the Greyhounds' Nathan Riley. And a gain of, what, a couple of yards? Maybe 3?
2 yards.
2 yards. Quarter. Throckmorton is leading 32-16.
Second down, 8.
On second down and 8. Mitchell will throw a pass. And down the field, the pass is incomplete, trying to connect with J.R. Rodriguez. But the pass was, I think, so.
Slow. This is third down.
So third down and 8 for the Red Devils. And it's Mitchum up the middle. He's got some running room and catching him before he gets to the end zone. And we're going to have a penalty flag against the Greyhounds. Gary Farquhar saved the touchdown, but I think he might have got a face mask in the process. So they will mark. So they will mark off half the distance to the goal. And the referee's going to come tell us, James, it is personal foul. Horse collar, I think it's what they call James, rather than a face mask.
Usually we'll call it 3, but it's sitting between the 2 and the 3. Let's see if Mitchum gets it again. He's already carried for 109 yards, 12 carries.
You can probably bet on that, right?
No, he'll pass it.
Well, he passes it out in the flat, and it's good for the touchdown.
We'll call that. Mitchell caught it, though.
And so the Red Devils put 6 more up on the scoreboard. And the points after touchdown kick coming up now by the Red Devils. And the kick is no good, off to the right side. 5:05 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout. The score is Throckmorton 32, Rankin 22 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com.
Okay.
He had a date. He should be at home now. There's an onside kick again.
Okay.
And it will be 1st and 15 from the 34 of the Greyhounds.
10-point game right now. Throckmorton 32, Rankin 22.
And you have a feeling this one's going the distance, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And the toss is...
Number 40, wasn't
So it looked like
it?
Is number 40.
They had a pretty well balanced offense by Throckmorton. time.
Here's the toss back to Taylor. Taylor going around the left side, and Taylor will be stopped at the 34-yard line by the Red Devils.
Got an 8-yard pickup. Still should leave about 3 for the first down.
And let's see where they mark the ball down. You're right, James, about 3. Throckmorton leading 32-22 over Rankin.
First down.
And picking up the first down for the Throckmorton Greyhounds was Haggard. And it will be 1st and 15 for Throckmorton. And the ball now is at the 29-yard line. Coming up at halftime, James will give you the first half stats.
We have enough time.
If you have enough time.
A lot of scored in 6 man.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed you brought a yellow tablet. Maybe you needed 2 yellow tablets.
Yeah.
Play is stopped now for some reason.
Something about the marker over there.
Well, they're discussing. Well, whatever they're discussing, it's been discussed, and now we're ready to go.
1st and 15.
Pass play by Throckmorton. Watch out. And the pass is caught down at the 20-yard line.
Gary Farquhar.
It's Gary Farquhar on the reception. I think he might have stepped out at the 20-yard line.
9-yard pass play.
And it will be short of the first down marker, as James is pointing out. They'll still need about 6 yards, and it will be 2nd down. Another pass play by Throckmorton into the end zone, and the pass is over the head of everybody, leading by 10, 32-22 over Rankin. The winner gets Valley next in the playoffs. A lot of Valley folks here tonight watching, and also some coaches scouting. And it's a running play coming to the right. And hit and shoved out of bounds. It's Morrell. But I think he's got the first down, doesn't he? Yeah, he does, and more.
He's at the 8.
As the ball is at the, actually at the 1-yard line is where this official, no, he brought it back out. I'm sorry, I wasn't watching the right official.
He's at the 8.
8-yard line.
There's a 12-yard run by Morrell.
They're down in the end of the field where this beam runs, right where I can't see really. Here's a pass play into the end zone, incomplete. Pass was intended for, I think that was it Riley? I always said I think they should turn and point their numbers up here so we would know.
Yes, Riley. Nathan Riley.
Okay.
Nathan's a junior this year.
So 2nd down coming up now for Throckmorton, and it's a running play as they head to the left, and is he in?
Morrell.
It is Morrell, but let's see if he's in. No. He's down at the 1-yard line.
7-yard pickup by Morrell. I'll bring up the 3rd and go.
I think the ball is back at the 2-yard line, James. So 3rd and goal from the 2 for Throckmorton.
Backed it up one, didn't
Yeah, seems like you better not say where they're going to put the ball down until they actually put it down.
Yeah, they moved it 3 or 4 times tonight. There's a 6-yard pickup by Morrell now.
So 3rd down and goal from the 2. Into the end zone for the touchdown is the Throckmorton Greyhounds carrying the football. It was number 40, and that is Morrell. And the Greyhounds put 6 more up on the scoreboard. And the 2-points after touchdown kick coming up now by Throckmorton.
Riley hadn't missed tonight yet. out of 8 last week.
And a penalty flag comes down on the far side of the field. It is against the Greyhounds. So a 5-yard walk-off against the Greyhounds. And this points after touchdown kick will be from a little farther back, James. You were talking about the field goals, and you did point out that we haven't seen Rankin have the opportunity to do that, but they did kick one field goal last week in their game with Ira.
42-yard field goal.
And the kick is good. So with 3:06 to go in the second quarter, we'll take a timeout. It's now Throckmorton 40 and Rankin 22 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com.
Yeah, I had 16 though for Rankin.
And they had 42 a minute ago, didn't they?
Okay, it's Rankin 22. It's 40 to 22 at school. They got it right.
Okay, James is going to straighten it out. I was looking at the scoreboard again. It's 40 to 22, right? Not 42 to 22. They've changed it on the scoreboard now, but anyway, here we go.
4 plays, 36 yards. It took them a minute to score there. It's a 3:06 left. Morale went the last 2 yards to the touchdown. Riley's kick was good. So 3:06 left till halftime. It is 40 to 22 in favor of Throckmorton.
And Riley kicks off. It's a line drive down the middle of the field. Mitchum takes it at the 10-yard line to the 20. Mitchum is still going all the way out to the 33-yard line. Goes Dalton Mitchum. And that's where the Red Devils will start to work from their 33-yard line. And the Red Devils up to the line of scrimmage. And the toss is back to number 8 carrying the football this time. That is Aaron Castillo. Let's see. He rushed 10 times for 52 yards last week in that Water Valley game. 13.
Maybe one. 34. No,
Here's Mitchum again. He wants to pass the football, but getting pressure. Rolls out to his right side. Now he'll run with it. And Mitchum is taken down at the 34-yard line by the Greyhounds, and that will be
12. He's going to be about a
yard short of the first down. Riley catches him. Nathan Riley have 3rd down and 1 now from the 34-yard line of the Greyhounds. And it's Mitchum on the right side, and he has got the first down and more. And we see a Throckmorton Greyhound down.
halftime with 40 to 30 lead, or being on behind by 10 points.
And of course, on the other side, Throckmorton would like to keep them where they're at.
Oh, he's got some room.
And some running room for Mitchum on the right side, and he's all the way down to the 12-yard line. And that will be another first down for
16-yard pickup.
Rankin.
First down number 9 for the Rankin Red Devils tonight. got 11 first downs, first and goal.
Yes, at the 14-yard line. Mitchum going right. Mitchum headed to the end zone. Didn't get there. Mitchum is stopped around the 5-yard line. On the stop for the Throckmorton Greyhounds was Gary Farquhar. And there was a penalty on? Yes, penalty flag laid on the field on the far side. And it is against the Throckmorton Greyhounds, and so it's half the distance to the goal. And the ball is now on the 3-yard line. And it should be first and goal from the 3, right?
Right.
I was about to look at the scoreboard, but I thought I'd better ask you rather than do that. Mitchum hit, keeps his legs driving, and he's in for the touchdown. Mitchum went through the right side that time to pick up the touchdown. He was hit at about the 1-yard line, but the touchdown kick will be attempted by Rodriguez. The referee and one of the other officials have a little conference now. Clock is stopped with 35.4 seconds to go in this first half. And speaking of going, I think we're ready to go again. Well, if we send a couple of the officials back there to make sure that the kick is either good or not good. Now I think everybody's in place. Referee takes a look to see. And you can hear the Throckmorton Greyhound fans down below us saying, block that kick. It's a low snap, and the kick is blocked by the Greyhounds. The snap was low, and the Greyhounds came in and blocked the try for 2 on the extra point kick. That's what the Greyhound fans were wanting them to do, James.
40-28.
So we have 35 seconds to go here in this first half as the Rankin Red Devils have scored, but they missed the points after touchdown kick. And he's indicating something that he wants changed on the scoreboard. Score before halftime. So now there's 42 seconds left until halftime, and the Greyhounds are about to get the kickoff. Well, now the Red Devils are going to huddle up. And let's see, now they're getting ready for the kickoff. They're going to kick the ball away and taken inside his own goal line and bring the ball back out. Nice return. I think this is Levi Taylor carrying the football down the field, and he may go all the way. Taylor is going to score. Well, I said that gives them 42 seconds to score before halftime, and guess what? That's exactly what they did.
Returned it about 82 yards. He was inside his goal line.
So Taylor takes it down the far sidelines all the way back for the touchdown. Took about, 20 seconds, James? And the points after touchdown kick coming up now by the Greyhounds. As the Greyhounds now lead 46-28. And here we go. Now the kick is on its way. And good. 27 seconds to go here in this first half. And the Throckmorton Greyhounds extend their lead over the Rankin Red Devils. James, we'll just keep it here, and I'll let you recap their scoring drive.
That was an 82-yard kickoff return.
Didn't
by
take
Levi
long.
Taylor.
It didn't take long, did it?
Riley's kick is good. So 27 seconds left at halftime. 48-28. The Rankin thought they got right back in this ball game, but you can see.
Country 97. Valley defeated Petersburg last night 46-0. They will play the winner of this game. As we said, they were talking earlier as we were down on the other end of the press box. Listening to the coaches and everything, they were talking about possibly playing back here next Saturday afternoon in a doubleheader. And the kickoff is going to be taken at about the 7-yard line by Mitchum going right, and he takes the ball to the 25-yard line. And the Red Devils will have 20.9 seconds to work with. They were talking about a doubleheader next week with Follett playing one half of that, and then the other half being Valley and the winner of this game. And I think they were discussing maybe a 2 o'clock kickoff and a 7 o'clock kickoff, or 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. I don't remember what I heard them say. So the Red Devils have exactly 20.9 seconds to do something here in this first half, trailing 48-28. And the toss is back to Mitchum. Mitchum coming back through the center of the field, and Mitchum brings the ball to the 33, maybe 34-yard line, maybe even the 35, James, where they'll mark him down here in the first half. By the way, I was talking about Follett, and let me see, they defeated Motley County 54-8. And the pass is a short pass, but it's going to pick up big yardage as the pass is caught by Castillo, and Castillo will pick up the first down. So let's see if they throw another long pass play with only 8 seconds to go. And it's Mitchum back looking for somewhere to go with it. And the pass is in the end zone and incomplete. He had a receiver open, that was Logan Templeton. But the pass at halftime, it is Throckmorton 48 and Rankin 28 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. Well, halftime is actually over, and we're ready for the second half kickoff now. And it will be the Greyhounds kicking off to the Red Devils. 48-28 is the score. Throckmorton leading Rankin as we start the second half. And Wrinkle covers the ball up at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. And that's where the Rankin Red Devils will start to work as this second half is now underway here in Snyder. If you've never been to the stadium here in Snyder, Tiger Stadium went under had a renovation project going during the summer, and I tell you what, it is a beautiful facility. Great place to do a game from, great place to watch a game. And the toss is back to Mitchum coming left, and Mitchum is going to be wrapped up as he crosses midfield down at the Greyhound 36-yard line.
7-yard pickup. Should bring up 7. Picked up 7 yards on that carry.
So second down and 8 for the Red Devils. And Mitchum's coming right this time. Mitchum is going to be wrapped up after picking up the first down. And let's see, the 26-yard line? No, the 16-yard line. There it went. When I looked out on the field rather than looking over here at the down markers on the sidelines, or yard markers on the sideline. Up the first down at, let's see, the 26-yard line? No, the 16-yard line. There it went. When I looked out on the field, rather than looking over here at the down markers on the sidelines, or yard markers on the sidelines.
Said it. Where are they going? You got a flag? Yeah, I'll get you. Yeah, he picked it up. So they marked it from the 41, so that's not 41, 31.
I'll let you straighten this one out. It was a penalty against the Red Devils.
They're going to credit Mitchell with 5 yards. They got it to the 31, he's going to 50 penalty. 10-yard penalty against Rankin. Or against Throckmorton, I'm sorry. Back to the.
Okay, 2nd down and 12. Here's Mitchum back to throw the football. He dumps it off short, and it's going nowhere. Hit at midfield just as he got the football was Wrinkle. And on the stick for the Throckmorton Greyhounds, that was Hayden Farquhar. And nice play by Hayden Farquhar as Wrinkle caught the ball. He was right there to make the tackle. Did they give him any gain? Doesn't look like they did. No gain. 3rd down and 12 coming up for Rankin. Mitchum looks, wants to throw. Nobody's open. Getting pressure for Gary Farquhar, and he just dumps the ball off. Gary Farquhar was coming in and putting pressure on Dalton Mitchum that time, and he just 12. Throckmorton leading 48-28. Over Rankin. 8 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. On 4th down, Rankin will go for it. 4th and 12. And the ball is at the 39 of Throckmorton. Mitchum trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. He's going to keep it. Tried to get a block, but that didn't work. And he is down at the 35-yard line. Nice play by the Throckmorton defense that time as Hayden Farquhar comes in and puts Mitchum down. And the ball will go over on downs to the Throckmorton Greyhounds. Glad that you folks have joined us listening to us either on Big Country 97 or at kvrp.com. So 1st and 15 for the Greyhounds, and the long pass from Oliver to Gary Farquhar is caught. Nice pass play as Gary Farquhar gets the football and steps out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9-yard line, and it will be 1st and goal for the Greyhounds from the Red Devils' 9-yard line. That's one thing we've seen so far in the ball game, James, is Throckmorton's having a lot more success throwing the football than the Red Devils when they try to throw it.
44-yard pass play to Farquhar. That was Gary.
And it's a running play coming to the left and being hit and driven down at about the 7-yard line was Morrell. Taken down by Castillo, and it will bring up a 2nd down and goal, and the ball is at the 7-yard line.
Who carried the ball? Morrell.
Clock down to 7:35 to go in the 3rd. And a bad exchange between the center. And what did they lose? About a half a yard? Was on the 7, now it's on the 7.5. But it brings up a 3rd down and goal. Officially from the 8. Oliver throws toward the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. Oliver was trying to connect with Trinity Haggard over there, but the pass was You gonna put us up? Fourth down?
Fourth down. Yep.
Fourth down for the Greyhounds
Go.
and goal from the 8-yard line. See if the Greyhounds can put it in the end zone here on fourth down and goal. Oliver's looking, Oliver's running, Oliver's being chased, and Oliver has nowhere to go with the football, gets away from one defender, throws it into the end zone, and coming up with the reception and the touchdown. What a play for the Greyhounds that time.
Hayden Farquhar.
It was Hayden Farquhar, and I tell you what, Oliver played a Tony Romo that time, didn't he, James? He was running everywhere, but it ended up getting away from the defender and found Hayden Farquhar open in the end zone, fired the football in to him, and the Greyhounds score on fourth down and 8. Actually, fourth down and goal from the 8. Here's the points after touchdown kick coming up now by the Greyhounds. And the kick is good. 6:38 to go in the third quarter. The score is now Throckmorton 54 and Rankin 28 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com.
Catching a pass from Oliver at 8 yards from the touchdown. Riley's kick was good. 6:38 left in the third. It's Throckmorton 56, Rankin 28.
And the kick is, it almost was recovered by the Greyhounds. The kick went over the head of Aaron Castillo. And I think that was Nathan Riley that almost came up with the ball before it went out of bounds. It was either him or number 20, Trinity Haggard, but they were both in the area.
The Rankin 27.
So first and 15 for the Red Devils from the Rankin 27-yard line, and the officials are meeting to discuss something.
I think Throckmorton touched the ball before it went out of bounds, but I think that you have to have possession. Is that right, Gary?
That's probably what they're discussing. It's going to be a procedure call. Well, they're talking to.
Well, yeah, the kickoff went out of bounds, so that'd be a penalty, right?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to explain to Coach Reed and his staff over here.
But I think the Walmart player touched it before it went out, so yeah, that's what the coach is trying to tell him. He did touch it, so it should be down.
And the discussion continues.
They're gonna call a penalty. Maybe it's a legal touch. Well, maybe not. They called a 5-yard penalty,
Well,
but they called it against Rankin. No, Throckmorton wasn't it? Throckmorton.
I think that's the reason that Coach Reed and them were arguing the point there is that
Yeah.
they called it against Throckmorton. Okay, they picked the ball up now.
Now they're going back.
Now they're going back toward Rankin.
Okay,
They're going to put the ball down at the 27-yard line.
that's where we started.
Okay.
Okay, that's where it went out of bounds.
Okay, so it will be first and 15 for Rankin at the 27-yard line.
Walmart's player did touch it, but he fumbled it out of bounds. He never did have possession.
Here comes Mitchum going left, nothing there, cuts back inside and runs right into a Throckmorton Greyhound and goes down for short yardage.
No yardage.
That was Morrell making the stop and no gain on the play, and it will be second down and 15. 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Throckmorton leading 56-28. And the toss is back to Mitchum. Mitchum breaks one tackle but runs into 3 Greyhounds after a gain of maybe 1 or 2 yards. Morrell is there. Gary Farquhar is there. And Nathan Riley. And it will be a gain of, 2 yards. So third down and 13 coming up for Rankin. The Greyhound defense has held Mitchum in check tonight, James.
He gained 182 yards.
Gained 340 last week. Somebody said he had 3,400 coming in. Mitchum wants to throw the ball. He does, and the pass is complete to Josh Post, and Post will pick up the first down and more as he takes the ball down to the 24-yard line of the Gray. Ball is snapped back to Ryan Thomas, gives it to Mitchum. Mitchum looking for somewhere to go with it, throws it back to Castillo, and Castillo is going to be drugged down from behind by Taylor at the 19-yard line.
5-yard pass play.
So second down and a long 10 now coming up for the Rankin Red Devils. Ball is resting at the 19-yard line of the Greyhounds. As we've said several times during the game, the winner plays Valley next, possibly right here next Saturday afternoon or evening. And Mitchum back in the pocket, throws the ball, and the pass is a one-hopper, I think, into the intended receiver. And the official is standing there to say incomplete. He was trying to throw the pass to Post. And now the Red Devils look at third down and 10. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. And the Red Devils send one receiver wide left. They put one man in the slot on the left side. And Mitchum back again. Wants to throw. Nobody's open. Getting pressure from Gary Farquhar. Throws into the end zone and finds a receiver wide open. And coming up with the reception for the touchdown was number 20. That is Josh Post. And the Rankin Red Devils score. It looked like that the Greyhounds had them shut down that time, James. All of a sudden, Post was all by himself in the end zone. Mitchum saw him, fired the football in his direction, and the Red Devils put 6 up on the scoreboard. And the kick is good. So timeout on the field, 4:07 to go in the third quarter. It's Throckmorton 56, Rankin 36 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. Both of them aren't good. They don't give us. They don't give us time. They already kicked off. All right. Who
Where
is
do you
it?
take it at?
We took it at the 25.
Huh?
At the 35.
35 or 25?
35.
35. Who was it?
Haggard.
Haggard returned it. 35 yards?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 25.
40, 20, between the 40 and the 30.
Okay, that's 25.
No.
Yes, sir.
Is it?
See the yellow deals here?
Uh-huh. Well, between the 40 and the 30 would be
Are you talking about these?
these two. Over here.
We're off the air anyway or something. Well, I never did hear anything.
Never hear anything.
Well, the Greyhounds have scored as number 20, Trinity Haggard, carried the ball back on the kickoff. And James has figured out how far that was, but Haggard carried down the far sideline. Sorry, we thought we had lost our telephone connection for a moment there.
No, between this 40 and
Didn't hear our tones from the radio station. So anyway, the Greyhounds have scored on the kickoff return, and 3:50. And the Greyhounds kick off. The ball is batted up in the air, But coming up to cover the football up was Mitchell at the 23-yard line. Greyhounds had a shot at getting that onside kick too. James, have you figured out how far Haggard went?
We said 45 yards here is what we're going to give him.
And the kick after touchdown was good.
There's 3:55 left in the third. It's 64-36 in favor of Throckmorton now.
Once again, another discussion. We had this a few minutes ago, James. Early games today. Monday defeated Hamlin 66-13. Abilene High lost to Waco Midway 34-31. The Monday Moguls will play the Albany Lions next Friday night at 7:30 in Clyde. Stanford game is also set. They will play Stratford next Friday night at 7:30 at Lubbock Cooper. That's a beautiful facility too, James.
Yes, it is. I'm going to mark off against Throckmorton again.
Okay, the penalty yardage is being marked off against the Throckmorton Greyhounds as the umpire is taking the ball back up the field. He puts it down at the 33. Is that where he stopped?
33. Let's see what he called. They're not giving us penalties.
Whatever it was against the Throckmorton Greyhounds.
I believe it was 15 yards, wasn't it?
And they're going to place the ball down at the 33-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10 for Rankin from their 33. Still played in the third quarter here in Snyder. Mitchum gets the toss, and Mitchum is taken down at the 35-yard line. And let's see. Short yardage that time. I think that was Taylor that made the stop for the Greyhounds. Ball is right on the 35-yard line, so a pickup of only a couple of yards. Let's call it 2nd and 13 now for the Red Devils. Thomas calling for the football. Tosses it back to Mitchell. Mitchell being chased by Gary Farquhar. Gets the pass away. It's incomplete. Trying to hit Thomas. As Thomas flipped the ball back to Mitchum, then went out for a pass. But the pass was incomplete.
Mitchell passing tonight. He's 6 out of
12 for Rankin. They send Post from one side of the field to the other side of the field. Mitchum again, coming right, looking. Nobody's open. He's going to run with it. And he's out of bounds around the 40-yard line.
5-yard pickup is all there. It's going to be 4th down and 8 now.
I could run him out of bounds, and it will be, as you said, 4th down and 8 for Rankin, and the ball is at midfield. Timeout is being called by Rankin. We'll take a timeout too. 2:59 to go in the third quarter. It is Throckmorton 64, Rankin 36 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. It's actually closer to Lubbock than it is to Tahoka, but well, they just called another timeout.
They called that one.
Throckmorton. Now let's go ahead and play 2 more. So we'll see if the Greyhound defense can hold Rankin here and get the ball back in midfield. So 4th down coming up. Here's the snap. Well, I thought it was. Now it is. Thomas back to Mitchum. Mitchum rolling to his left, trying to find somebody open, throws the ball down the field and overthrows the intended receiver, who would have had enough yardage for the 1st down. And I think that was Castillo, wasn't it? They always walk along the sidelines when you can't see them. Actually, it's number 3, J.R. Rodriguez. And the ball will go over on downs to the Greyhounds as they will take possession of the football at midfield after the incomplete pass on 4th down. Clock is stopped at 2:53 to go in the third. 1st and 15. Oliver back, looks, throws the ball, receiver's open, overthrows him. He was trying to connect with, I think that was Levi Taylor, wasn't it?
Five and Hayden Farquhar's got 3. Both the Farquhars got two touchdowns apiece, Gary and Hayden both.
2nd and 15 after the incomplete pass. Here is Oliver back in the pocket, looking, getting some pressure, rolls to his left, looks down the field, throws it way down the field over the head of everybody. Gary Farquhar was covered pretty good that time by one of the defenders of the Rankin Red Devils. And now it is 3rd down and 15 for the Greyhounds. Oliver back, looks, throws the short pass to Morrell. He's got it, and Morrell's got the first down. He's at the 20, the 15, and he's going to score. Touchdown Greyhounds. Nice run after catch by Roland Morrell as he broke the tackle of, I think that was Castillo, around the 10-yard line, and then went in for the touchdown. And the Greyhounds move out to a 70-36 lead, and the kick is coming up.
It's Oliver's 5th touchdown pass tonight.
That was a nice run after Morrell caught the football. Had to break a couple of tackles. And the kick is in the air and good. 2:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's 72-36. Throckmorton over Rankin on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com.
Still got to score twice more, so they got to have 81. Yep.
Quarter, and the Greyhounds move out to a 72-36 lead over Rankin.
Gary's 3 plays, 40 yards, 19 seconds is Oliver Morrell's half, 40 yards for touchdown. Riley's kick is good again, D24 left in the 3rd. Throckmorton 72, Rankin 36.
Dalton Mitchum back to return for the Red Devils.
Rankin's had the ball here in the second half with 3 possessions. Throckmorton's held them on 2.
Once again, a short kickoff, an onside kick. This time I think the Greyhounds have it. Coming up with the football for the Greyhounds was Trinity Haggard. So they've tried it several times, James, and this time they were successful. And the Greyhounds will get the ball right back, 1st and 15, with the ball at the 33-yard line of the Red Devils. So the Greyhounds have moved out to a 72-36 lead, now trying to put some more points up on the scoreboard. This is Morrell, and he's headed toward the end zone. Uh-oh, a penalty flag is coming in. Morrell did get into the end zone for the touchdown, but this may be coming back. We see a penalty flag down at about the 26-yard line, and they are coming back up the field with the football. So the touchdown evidently is going to be called back, and the penalty yardage will be marked off from the side of the foul.
Personal foul,
Clipping is called against the Greyhounds. So wipe out the touchdown and move the ball back down the field, and the Greyhounds will start this drive from their own, let's see, 39-yard line.
39?
So first and a long ways from the Greyhounds 39. There is 15, about 18 yards. Oliver throws the long ball toward Gary Farquhar toward the end zone, and I think he got it. Yes, the reception is made at the 4-yard line by Gary Farquhar. On coverage over there for the Red Devils was Mitchum. That's where they put the ball down at the 3-yard line. So big pass play from Oliver to Gary Farquhar takes the Greyhounds back down in scoring position again at the 3-yard line. Well, the touchdown was called back, but now the Greyhounds are threatening again. And it will be first and goal from the 3.
38-yard pass play to Farquhar, Gary.
Handoff is up the middle, a running play, and in for the touchdown is Trinity Haggard. So Haggard scores the touchdown, going right up the middle on a running play. And the points after touchdown kick coming up by the Greyhounds. Still have 2 minutes left in this third quarter. You can hear maybe you can hear the Greyhound band playing down to our right.
20 seconds.
They score fast in 6-man. Snap is high, placement is good though, and the kick is good.
Got a flag down.
There's a penalty flag down. Okay. And it is against Rankin? Must have been. Referees come over and said something to Coach Reed. Comes back and talks to the referee's talking to Gary Farquhar now.
Put the points on the board.
Points are on the board, so whatever the penalty was, I think it was against Rankin. We'll take a timeout. 2:02 to go in the third quarter. It's Throckmorton 80 and Rankin 36 on Big Country 97, KVRP.com. Looked like he indicated tripping. Is that what he said?
Yeah, I think so.
Or he did say, is that what he indicated? So some of them are dropping off.
Need one more score. How many spots we got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, counting our post game. 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Well, James, we did get the indication that it was roughing the kicker. That was your cue.
Okay. I'm sorry, the drive I was seeing where they marked it off, they're kicking at the 30. Did they mark it off? I think that's what they're discussing. Anyway, that drive with 3 plays, 33 yards, 20 seconds, Haggard goes the last 3 for the touchdown. Riley's kick is good, so 2:02 left in the third. It's Throckmorton 80. Rankin 36.
And we're still in the third quarter with a couple of minutes left. As the Greyhounds will kick off to Mitchum, standing back at his own 10-yard line. But it's another one of those onside kick. Let's see.
I think it went 10, did it?
Don't believe it did.
Unless it touched one of the players.
Rankin Red Devils come up with a football as Caleb Wrinkle had the football. And the Red Devils will start this drive from the Greyhound 37-yard line. The Greyhounds have tried that onside kick all evening. They did get one a while ago. So first and 10 for the Red Devils. Here's Mitchum. Mitchum coming left. Mitchum hit and dropped at the 31-yard line. You know, one thing you don't want to do is probably kick it to Mitchum. On the stop for the Throckmorton Greyhounds, I think that was Hector Abera. And it will be, go ahead, James.
Mitchum's carried for 195 yards now tonight.
And it will be second down and 10 now for the Red Devils. Mitchum hit in the backfield, breaks that tackle, and is taken out of bounds around the 26-yard line. On the stop for the Throckmorton Greyhounds was number 7, that's Lantham Brown. Down and short for the Red Devils, third down and 3. And Mitchum going left, and Mitchum will pick up the first down as he crosses over the 20-yard line. I believe they'll bring the ball back to the 20, but it'll still be a first down for. Down to 1:11 left in the third. 80-36. Throckmorton in front of Rankin. Mitchum back, getting some pressure, rolls out to his right. A penalty flag is down. Mitchum is at the 10, the 5. Mitchum dives into the end zone. But this one's probably coming back if he got in. They're going to mark him, I think they're going to mark him out at about the 1 anyway, James.
It's against Rankin.
But the penalty is against Rankin, so whatever, it's coming back up the James.
Yes.
First and 25 for Rankin. Mitchum wants to throw. Nobody's open. He'll run with it, coming right, and he's taken down at about the 28-yard line, maybe 27-yard line. Good play by the Throckmorton Greyhound defense. We see Brown over there again. And second down and long yardage for the Red Devils.
Should be 22, second and 22.
Sounds good to me. Ball is on the 27-yard line of the Greyhounds. And Mitchum going left this time. Mitchum trying to get the corner. And the Greyhounds catching from behind at about the 18-yard line. And third down coming up. And the third quarter is going to wind down. That was Brown again on the stop for Throckmorton. And that's the end of the third quarter. Timeout on the field. The score is Throckmorton 80, Rankin 36 on Big Cup.
8-pound senior for these Red Devils. He's carried the ball for 35 times, 218 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's also passed the ball 6 for 15 for 74 yards.
Third and about 13, and Mitchum going to his right. Will he score? Yes. So Mitchum took the ball and went to his right, made the corner, and went.
6 is 42, yes.
And this is Michael Rodriguez attempting the points after touchdown. And the kick
No good.
is no good. 9:51 to go in the fourth. We'll take a timeout. Throckmorton 80, Rankin 42 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. Well, Rankin has scored, James.
All right, Gary, there's 7 plays, 37 yards, 2 minutes and 9 seconds. As Mitchell goes the last 17 for the touchdown, Rodriguez's kick is no good. 9:51 left is Throckmorton 80, Rankin 42.
And the kickoff by the Red Devils. Short kickoff. Taken on the far side of the field. And let's see. They're going to mark the ball down at the 37-yard line. I think that was Morrell who brought the ball back. No, Margaret's saying it was Haggard. Okay, 20. Not 40. All right. So first and 15 for the Greyhounds. And they have the football, let's see, at the 38-yard line is where the officials marked the ball down. James pointed out what while ago about the scoring?
Throckmorton needs 8 points to win this game because
On the
45-point rule. They
Nine.
have a touchdown in the 2 points.
9:47 to go in the ball game. And it's a running play coming to the right and down at the 37, it looks like, of the Red Devils. That is Morrell. Happy to run the 9:20 off the clock. So second down and 10 for the Greyhounds. Quick handoff, and taken down is Haggard at about the 32-yard line.
Should bring up 3rd and 5.
And 3rd and 5, you're right, coming up for the Greyhounds. You're listening to KVRP FM Haskell. So 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Greyhounds. Rankin making a change in their defense. as we saw Templeton go out of the ball game. Didn't see who came in to replace him. Oh, and this is not going to go well for the Greyhounds. The ball was dropped on the exchange between the center and picked back up, but the Red Devils were there to make the stop. So we had this happen a couple of times now. Anyway, we were going to point out that we were hearing some conversation before the game that the winner would be back here maybe next Saturday afternoon or evening to take on Valley. They were trying to work out a doubleheader between Valley and the winner of this game. And I was trying to check and see, I think wherever I put my sheet that had it on it, it was Follett would be playing Grand Falls Royalty. Was that who it was, James? Well, you kept up with all of that. I got it somewhere in my folder here, but I had stuck it inside somewhere to where I'm not finding it right now. But anyway, that's what they're kind of working on, is a doubleheader here next Saturday. And I think we're ready to resume play, James.
4th down and 11 for Throckmorton. They're sitting at the Rankin 38-yard line.
And I found my piece of paper that has that on there, and it is Grand Falls Royalty. And that's probably somebody telling me that right now. Oh, my brother said yes. Okay. He just texted me and said yes, so I guess he's listening to us. And
Rankin's going to have the ball. They sacked Oliver back at the 24-yard line here.
that I was trying to find out who Follett would be playing. So 1st and 15 for the Red Devils. Here's Mitchum going to his right, and Mitchum is wrapped up for short yardage, if any, as he was trying to turn the corner over there. I think that was Hayden Farquhar that made the stop, and no gain on the play. 2nd down and 15. I think the times they were talking about was 2 and 6 for the games. And Mitchum works his way through the middle down to the 21-yard line. And he will pick up, let's see, about 3. Does that look right?
Should be 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12, and I think that was Hayden Farquhar on the stop for the Greyhounds. As we see Tyler Fulton checking into the game for the Greyhounds, and Trinity Haggart going to the sidelines. 3rd down and 12. Mitchum will throw the football, and he underthrows his pass. Had a receiver open at about the 10-yard line, and the pass goes incomplete. I think he was trying to hit Thomas that time. And as far as passing, that has not been their strong suit in the ball game, James.
6 out of 16 for 74 yards. Better than what it was last week.
Yeah, it is. Which they were 0 for 4 for no yardage.
No yards last week.
So on 4th down, Rankin will go for it. 4th down and 12. And it's was a pass play, not the running play. Mitchum's got the football. Mitchum's got the 1st down as Mitchum carries to the 5-yard line. Mitchum looked for someone to throw the ball to. Nobody was there, so he just took off through the middle of the field and picks up the 1st down, and it will be 1st and goal from the 5 for the Rankin Red Devils. And I think that's one thing that the Greyhounds know is you can stop him some of the time, but you don't stop him all of the time.
That's right. He's carried for 254 yards tonight. 39 carries.
So 1st and goal from the 5 for the Red Devils as we play in the 4th quarter. 6:19 to go in the 4th quarter. Throckmorton leading 80-42. Nice play by the Greyhounds defense as they wrap up. Mitchum at the 5-yard line. There's a snap, and the handoff is Castillo, and Castillo's in for the touchdown. Took it right up the middle. We talked about him in our pregame show, James. I think we had some stats on him running last week. I think he had, was it 10 yards? 10 carries for 52 yards. I don't think he had a touchdown, but it was 10 carries on 52 yards. But he does pick up a touchdown in this game tonight. And the points after touchdown kick coming up by Michael Rodriguez. And this kick is good. 5:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the field. It's Throckmorton 80 and Rankin 50 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. Back at Tiger Stadium, here's the Rankin Red Devils kicking off, and the ball is taken at the 25-yard line. And bring the ball back up the field for the Throckmorton Greyhounds was Levi Taylor, and it will be 1st and 15 for the Greyhounds as they will start this drive.
Throckmorton has a 30-point lead, 80-50.
1st and 15. Oliver back, looks, trying to find somebody open, throws the ball across the middle. He's got Gary Farquhar at the 30-yard line. No, it's Levi Taylor, 24, not 33. So Levi Taylor has the pass reception, and he's down to the 14-yard line. But that will be first down yardage for the Throckmorton Greyhounds. 1st and 15 for the Throckmorton Greyhounds. Clock is running, 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the ball game. And a running play coming right and headed to the end zone, and did he get in? And I believe they're indicating touchdown. That is Trinity Haggard, who took the ball and went through the right side and goes in for the touchdown. And just like that, the Greyhounds score 6 more. And it now becomes an 88-50 lead for the Greyhounds over the Red Devils. And the points after touchdown kick is coming up. And the kick is in the air, and it is good. Hit the scoreboard. 4:58 to go in the ball game. Timeout on the field. And the score is Throckmorton 90 and Rankin 50 on Big Country 97 and KVRP.com. Well, they just 4:58 to go in the ball game. Throckmorton leading Rankin 88-50. And the Greyhounds preparing to kick off. And once again, we're going to have a discussion amongst the officials. The other way, the wrong way. And he just said, you saw the referee? He just went, oh, forget it. Stratford and Stamford will play next Friday night at 7:30 at Lubbock Cooper. Monday and Albany will play next Friday night at 7:30 at Clyde. And now they're trying to fix the score on the scoreboard. The referee probably just went, oh, forget it, you know, and walked back to his position. But now the folks up here in the press box are trying to correct it, and now they have it right, 88-50.
Middle of the night for them too.
Yes.
They're probably thinking about that doubleheader next week.
Yeah.
They're probably rethinking that.
Yeah, they might resign from doing this before next week. And so 1st and 15 for Rankin when play resumes here. As James says, 4:58 to go in the ball game. Mitchum has got the ball, coming left, cuts back to the inside, runs right into a Throckmorton Greyhound, and that I think was Gary Farquhar he ran into. And he will pick up, let's say 4. He placed the ball down at the 34-yard line. Clock is running. Here's Mitchum going to his right. Can he make the quarter? He runs into Taylor. And Taylor runs him out of bounds. And let's see, that was about the 38-yard line, it looks like. Give them to you. So third down coming up, and James says 7 yards to go. And Mitchum throws the ball down the field. He's got a receiver open. It's Thomas, and he's got the football at the 12-yard line. They may mark him down at the 11-yard line. Thomas is running toward the goal line, what I would call a post pattern,
1-yard pass
and
play.
comes up with the reception. And the big gainer for the Rankin Red Devils is Rollins Morrell was on coverage, but wasn't much he could do. That was one of those perfect passes. Well, they're going to bring the ball back up the field, James, so wipe out the pass reception by Rankin. Yeah, Thomas, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're going to put it to 28 now? Yep.
Well, I don't know.
Holding, I guess.
It must have been. I didn't see the penalty flag down on the field, but
Okay. Get that back.
so wipe out the long gainer on the pass play. So third down and 17 for the Red Devils. And Mitchum back, getting some pressure, dumps it off short. And this is going nowhere. Greyhounds are there. And the receiver is down at about the 22-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 23-yard line. And the Greyhounds played good defense that time and came in and made the stop. Gary Farquhar was in there along with Levi Taylor. And fourth down coming up now for the Red Devils. 4th and 17. That sound about right to you, James?
What we got?
3:28 left in the fourth quarter. The winner of the Canadian and Sonora game next week. Of course, Canadian and Sonora played earlier today, but we don't have a score on that ball game. So fourth down and 17. Here's Mitchum with a football. Looking down the field, throws a long pass, and it is caught down at the 15-yard line. Coming up with the reception is J.R. Rodriguez. And I think that was Morrell there with him, and he almost had the pick. But they do get the long pass, and they get the 1st and 15, and the Red Devils are set up on the Greyhounds' 26-yard line.
41-yard pass play.
That was a fourth down pass play, James. And the Red Devils keep this drive alive, trailing 88-50 with 3 minutes to go in the ball game. How many times this week or the last couple of weeks we've done ball games and we get to see the moon come up over there? Here's Mitchum. Mitchum cuts back inside and slips down at about the 13-yard line for short yardage. He was trying to make a cut, and his feet went out from underneath him. And the Greyhound defense made sure he stayed down. And second down coming up. Mitchum picks up 3.
Picked up 265 yards tonight on 43 carries.
Second.
He's carried the ball 9 more times than he did last week. They had to pick up twice the yardage he had last week.
Second down and 12. And Mitchum looking to throw the football, throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete, trying to hit Thomas. Rankin came into this ball game 11-1 after knocking off Ira last week. And this is Castillo running to the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown, weaving his way through tacklers. And the Red Devils put 6 up on the scoreboard. And Mitchum gets up like he might be a little dinged heading off the field to go in the fourth quarter. And you can hear the Greyhound fans saying block that kick, but they don't. It's good. Timeout on the field, 2:01 to go in the ball game. It is. Yeah. I keep thinking if we just play one, we'll have a couple of left when the game's over. But
Carried 3 more to the 13, a pass fell incomplete, and Cedillo Pronounced that wrong on that.
Castillo.
Castillo.
Once again, another short kickoff covered up by the Greyhounds at the 30-yard line. And that's where the Greyhounds will start this drive from, their own 30-yard line. So first and 15 for Throckmorton from their own 30-yard line with 1:56 left in the ball game, leading 88-58. As we said, the Valley coaches are here scouting right next door to us. And that's who it looks like Throckmorton will play next week. Nice run for a first down, or close to it anyway, that time by the, as they let the clock run down to 1:16. 25-second clock is down to 5. And it's a running play coming right and going back the other direction, and being wrapped up for a loss is number 32. That is Luke Hale again. And let's see, that will move the ball back to midfield and bring up a third down and more like 4 to 5 yards now, James.
Should be 5 yards. 35.
Clock is winding down to 38.5 seconds to go in the ball game. And I think you're right. And the Throckmorton Greyhounds are going to be the Class 6-man Division I quarterfinal champions. And this running play, I think, looks like that is C.J. Rankin, I believe, number 14. And it is. And that should be the last play of the ball game, James. As the Throckmorton Greyhounds are going to leave here as the 6-man Division I quarterfinal champions after they have defeated the Rankin Red Devils tonight by the score of 88-58. And we'll be back with our post-game show in just a moment on Big Country